When you're expecting a baby, your due date can carry a lot of weight. It can be a deciding factor in life support with preterm birth or cause more complications in delivery if it is off. In our series, Pregnant After 35, Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz explores the importance of due dates and the science behind them.
So just, kind of lay on your side.
This is me around 7 months, or at least that's what the doctors tell me. My original due date was bumped up a couple weeks after an early ultrasound measured the baby bigger than we originally thought. And that worried me. As a 36-year-old awaiting delivery day, I'm told I'll likely be induced if I don't go into labor by my due date.
If you go past your due date, there's risks because the placenta is not working as well.
When it comes to age, we know that we have higher gestational diabetes, higher preeclampsia, we have higher stillbirth.
Still, not all doctors do this.
Some people feel that quote, advanced maternal age is a risk factor. I'm kind of old school, I'll admit that. I don't like to change unless there's a really good reason, because I've been around long enough where I've seen things change, and then I've seen them change back, and I've seen them change back again.
But just how sure are we that my due date is correct? How do they determine them?
Most people give birth at 40 weeks and beyond. It is an actual statistic. So this is without intervention, without induction. This is just natural physiological birth would happen at those time frames.
My due date was originally determined by the first day of my last period. According to midwife Christine Mell, this comes from a German obstetrician in the 1800s. But she says, we might be misinterpreting it today.
We don't know if in the past physicians would utilize the last day of her period and not the first day of her period.
But Dr. Stephen Lynn says it's a good foundation to keep everyone on the same page.
Because if some people are talking conception dates and others are talking menstrual dates, and then you're not communicating the same language.
Still, inducing me before my cervix is ready for it could lead to a C-section.
And you're beating the baby's head against the brick wall because that cervix is, like a rock. And sometimes you have to do it.
If your cervix is inducible and ready to go, it would be reasonable for you to get delivered.
What if your cervix isn't inducible?
It would have to be a conversation.
Dr. Van Erden says though he'd suggest someone my age gets induced by 40 weeks, I wouldn't necessarily have to.
But again, an individual conversation. So if you're 40 weeks and your cervix is not dilated at all, the fluid around the baby is okay, the baby looks good on the monitor, you could say, we're going to try to go a little bit farther.
But he says, I would have to come in for frequent monitoring. In Fargo, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News.